Hello there, everyone. Today I'm actually going to start a new playthrough of a game that I actually found on... it was on sale when I bought it. I'm not sure if it's still on sale. It was like 2 or 3 euros, something like that, so it was really cheap. And to be honest, it seems like a really good game for that price actually. It is called Roadwarden. How I would explain it is like an text-based Witcher game-ish. I'm not really sure too, like, you're basically put into this world. You are what they call, like the title of the game, a Roadwarden. Where you basically is just there, keeping the road safe. This is more or less not a blind playthrough, but I am basically blind. I played around for like 3.5 hours with it. It is actually pretty hard to understand in the beginning. I think it have a steep learning curve, so to say. But I'm gonna see how it goes for now. I'm probably gonna make a fool out of myself. It's probably not going to go that well for me. But hey, it's gonna be enough to see if you guys like it. And basically, this is the backstory. Everybody knows to stay away from the wilderness. Most people would never risk a lonely journey. Roadwardens not only accept this struggle, they embrace it. They deliver messages, assist merchants, burn human corpses, and if possible, get rid of the beast and highwaymen. They live on the road, die young or retire early. It's a dangerous job, but a respectable one, and it pays well. And there I have my choices. I could just leave and be happy with it. Basically, that's probably what I would do. And there is like 3 difficulties. Casual, I think that is yeah, for the casual player, of course. But you have a day limit on how long you can stay there with standard and restrictive. First, when I started this game, I was really like that, yeah, 40 days can go really fast. But after playing like 3.5 hours, I went through maybe 4 or 5 days, something like that. One of those days, it basically was an event that made me able to just keep in the city to sleep, basically. So I'm going to take standard, make it a bit harder for myself. And basically we come up to this forest settlement, or settlement guard post or something like that. It doesn't look that big. The wall is still standing, there are no wolves around, no stench of blood. Good signs. Yeah, I would probably call it that a good sign if I would just come up to a random place and this walls and there is no blood. I would call it that a good sign too. This should be the place you are looking for. You were supposed to meet with a group of soldiers, but you hear no voices, no signs of labor. And that is basically fact. If I would come up to a wallet, outpost or whatever the fuck this is, I would not want it to be totally quiet, especially with soldiers. I'm guessing this is like medieval times. And silent soldiers? That doesn't sound good. have bandits taken it over? The gate is IR, but the camp isn't safe. It may keep away the goblins and pebblers, but they're not beast folk, nor trolls. And the night is near. Your palfrey breathes heavily and it had a long day. And also a palfrey, for those who may not know that, not having your English as first language or something like that, that's basically a horse. So it's basically meaning that your horse is breathing heavily. I do have some choices. I'm not sure if what I would do here. I'm gonna try to roleplay this as how I would do. I would probably dismount and sneak to the gate. If heavy boots hits at the ground and the pain from the long ride finally catches up with you. Use a stretch out, bring your back and legs comfort. All you want to know is a table, a decent chair, a nice mug of a beer, and some worms to do. With any luck, your axe won't be needed here. And basically this is just showing my vitality, my health, basically. Also, this is like, I had problems with this, with seeing at the time at the beginning. This thing here shows you how the time is going. And then you can save and shit like that, and this is vitality. So over your vitality and shit like that, there's gonna come some more things. Your day and night is a thing, like before you need to take shelter. I approach the gate slowly. It's a military camp, it doesn't look the port, plenty of ways at the space, the fire pit is cool. 2 people are sitting at the table, tired and disheartened. I understand why the fuck they are quiet. If it's only 2 people there, it's probably not gonna be a lot of talking. They look in different directions, paying no attention to another. One of them is holding a cup. After a moment you notice the quiet humming. You recognize the melody of a light-haired and drinking a song from the city harbor. So wait, you're basically saying that you're not paying attention to each other, but you can... And see, wait, this doesn't caught up to me, so is there? I mean, 2 people. Do they have armor? Does it no? I mean, if they are soldiers, they maybe it's gonna be alright. Maybe it's a bandit. But 2 bandits, that doesn't sound alright. I need to look around cautiously. The people inside the camp didn't even notice the clatter of hooves. These poor soldiers, I say. In short dry grass, barely covered the arid soil of this valley, but you are maybe a minute away from the edge of the sparse fruit, which getting denser to climb up the hills. At best, these trails have a few more years before getting overgrown for good. Hard to believe is the only road north. I would end up, fuck it. It takes a few breaths to... It takes them a few breaths to glance in your direction. The first person greets you with a wave of his hand. There are bags under his eyes, his beard is messy. Despite his simple shirt, he's wearing durable decent boots. A mace with head covered in iron hangs at the side, but he doesn't reach for it. I take a look at the second soul. Just like you, she's wearing a gambeson. But hers is a little bit loose and it looks as he took it off a corpse. her head is shaven as if she's protecting herself from flesh-eating bugs. Her eyes are very yet kind. She smiles. Considering the squad was sent her half a year ago, these two sorely looked apart, though there should be more of them, 8 you believe. So they have lost 6 surely, or so are they out on a patrol? I let them speak first. I mean, I wouldn't trust these people with my life, you're saying. It's nice to see an unharmed traveler in this godforsaken shithole. Makes me just a tiny bit hopeful. The bearded man's voice is strong yet timid. You will be staying the night with us, I guess? We are Soloters, he and I, adds the armored woman. Her voice switched from half asleep to relaxed. We do our best to keep the camp safe, but if you take the first watch, it should be a huge help. Travelers out to help each other out, wouldn't you say? You think for a moment to fully rest that you need some good sleep. I mean, they also coming here asking me to take it. I mean, sure. I mean, if they're truly are Soloters, I maybe should help them out. Fantastic. She rubs her hands together. I don't remember the last time I had more than a night of sleep. The hours before midnight should be the calmest. Just wake us up if anything happens. The man flashes a wide smile. It's easy to wake us up. Just yell he drinks from his mug. That's good. I asked them about the lieutenant, and basically I got some choices I can do here. I can be friendly, playful, decent, intimidating, or vulnerable. Should I also go up here and threaten them? And this can influence me, so like this is the RPG thing, so to say. I could be like decent. I rather not speak with someone who is not going to waste my time. That could... nah, I'm gonna be friendly with them. If they are the Soloters, that's probably the best. I mean, our 2 Soloters is not gonna do anything for me, basically, at my side. I was hoping to meet your lieutenant. But the woman lays out outside, does it off a gambeson and set up towards you. She pays a little attention to the sword at her side. We most definitely can, you and I. The whole in this rank is still somewhat new to me. Are you a messenger? Did you lose your mind? She observes you with curiosity. Are you looking for help? I mean, if I'm the Roadwarden, wouldn't the Soloters get the memo? Or is it like, doesn't exist any like... I'm guessing that if it is so grown up here, is probably that, but still, they like pigeons and shit with letters, doesn't that exist? I'm your new Roadwarden, my horse is still waiting aside. Really, the Soloters in the shirt leans toward that explains how you got here in one piece, all by yourself. But how can... is it them that ask for a new Roadwarden? Better to bring a piece here at the lieutenant. We have no hope but he dreams of dropping his saddle. A long pause. I'm Tulia, by the way. She reached out her hand. I mean, this guy, like, they are making me so fucking paranoid with this game. Because you're noticing how they are, like, literally telling me how much care they are taking of their weapons. Like, oh yeah, they leave it doesn't reach for the weapon, or like, it doesn't even glance at the weapon and whatnot. And then it just comes up like this. It may be a trap. I asked it of her to stop pretending to be embarrassed. I should wash myself first, but you can call me. So like, they're literally like, oh yeah, no. In this medieval time where we didn't really bath or anything, I'm just gonna be like, nah, I haven't like showered in a day or two. Showers doesn't, maybe they exist, but not like we know them. I would shake her hand. What should they call me? Not Lethu, but Letu. But directly I'm thinking about the Witcher guy. The Witcher that basically in Witcher 2 and Witcher 3 I think he all. The Witcher from the Bear Skull or what he's called, Lethu, the King Slayer or what he was. No, I may be spoiling Witcher 2 for you guys, but if you haven't known the Witcher lore since a game that released for a lot of years ago, I'm sorry. I'm actually sorry. But what the fuck should I call a Roadwarden? I mean, he's basically probably a hillbilly. I would call him hillbilly. Fuck it. Her grasp is confident, the shake is light. Just keep your horse away from the tent. She's steps away. We don't need to smell his tongue. Yeah, I would say that's a reasonable thing to ask. And there's one issue. The shoulders in the shirt also rises to his feet. If you have no tent to spare, you have to use a blanket or something. So they're asking me to fucking sleep on the ground. What the fuck happened to the other tents of the other soldiers? If they were 8 here, did they also like, oh yeah, we're gonna send you a tent for like 2 people and the rest of you are gonna need to sleep on the ground. Yeah, I should get used to sleeping on the ground anyway, I guess. You walk through the gate, your mind looks around, nods anxiously. Not many humans can ride a horse? Okay. He's only taller than you, but is not only taller than you, but as bulky, as heavy, as he's strong. You can get into the saddle without a single breath. But most people don't know where to begin from side to side. Horses here were brought to the Dragonwoods from the conquest of the south. So ain't like horses native to this, or just native to some areas? I'm guessing that's probably also in Overlord. I doesn't know a lot of things about horses. I know that they can basically live anywhere, but I'm not sure if they are just like roaming wildly in some areas. I don't know. That's actually interesting. I need to check that out later on. They can trot for a long time, basically run, but won't outrun local monsters. Your paladin needs to survive, but without it, you would be lost. Yeah. I mean, I would take care of the fucking house, man. If there is monsters here, beautiful. I would not go anywhere without my fucking horse. It's my only companion who I want to feel it at ease. It takes a few steps towards your skeleton with another snot. You scratch at the bottom of his neck with the strings, yeah. Humans see useful animals and even pets as monsters in disguise. So they see a fucking horse as a monster. What the fuck is a horse? I mean, they are strong, but is it not like it unfriendly animal, I would say? Getting emotionally attached to the misbelief to lead humans to their doom. This got really dark really fast. but you know that horses need companionship. Speak to the land, gentlemen, lead it to the camp. You end up next to the firebird. Removing the saddle makes the horse nick with relief. You take a couple of minutes to examine his back just in case, while riding equipment is not that heavy for such a strong animal. With enough time is it also to shave. We should do something better to eat than this shabby grass you should look funny in. I need to unpack basically. And yeah, here it comes up to basically I can be one class. You haven't brought that many things and lost one of the sacks with a crimson corpse eater. Also of all, you have no rope left, but maybe the soldiers could spare one. You shooting costs more than a dragon bone. Aside from the traveler set, you need a few valuable possessions essential for your trade. Basically, you can be a fighter. Hit them with the sword and they die. You can be a mage. I have a talisman that help use my powers as well as cast iron axes and warm gambeson. As cooler, I carry writing instruments and alchemical ingredients as well as an iron axe, a warm gambeson and a small healing potion. I spent my saving on a decent combat equipment. I have a fine gambeson, an axe made of steel with a reliable crossbow with a quarrels. So basically, I think I haven't played any other class than the scholar right now. I guess the fight is the one that is best in every fighting thing. Encounter. The mage is basically a yak of all trades, while the scholar is best at lore and shit like that. I wonder if I have a spells as a mage, but I'm gonna do the scholar because I think they are really interesting. And yeah, now they are telling you about the inventory and taking hits will damage your armor, yeah. So basically I got armor 2 or 4, vitality 3 or 4, and it's 15 minutes before dusk. And my inventory is basically like this. I can use some of these things while in safe areas. And I would guess camps and after counters is counted as a safe area. So like I know that I can basically eat now, but oh yeah, you cannot use your inventory, I don't know exactly. You can only use your inventory sometimes. I'm not 100% sure when that is though. And yeah, it's basically talking a bit about stuff he has, food rations, knife, shit like that. From time to time your routine helps you avoid mistakes. Yeah, you basically check his like things then and then. And in this camp you are choosing some ground things. Is basically your class, your religion, and something more. Yeah, I don't remember it. I think it was 3 things. There are the table, you're hungry as fuck. One more bowl was put at the previously unused end of the table. You can sit down on a tree log. But if they were sent 8 soldiers here, why the fuck do they not have more equipment? There are 2 right now. Are the army so underused or something that they don't have enough equipment to man this thing, or do they simply just don't give a fuck? That's the question. I earned them and take a look at the meal. And there, yeah, I think I got some food now. Like, starvation won't allow you to restore vitality while resting. You can find your supplies in the inventory. And keeping your stomach full makes you stronger. Basically, he's complaining about the food right now. But welcoming you is beyond that duty? Okay. But as a Roadwarden, am I not a part of the group? Like, even if I'm not a solo directly, like, I need to keep the road safe, and that makes their life a lot easier. Yeah, Roadwardens on the other hand learn how to walk by themselves, and they seldom engage in open combat, patrolling the same roads for years. They help the settlements stay in touch, but the main commerce settle down forge friendship. But they maintain commerce, but there are also no law. When there are no laws to follow, they use their own judgment. Different responsibilities, different lifestyle. I don't then speak with Tulia, the lieutenant. She chooses her words carefully. She looks away when she gathers her thoughts. I'm afraid I can't tell you less than I would like to. Less than I should. Wait, I'm afraid I can't tell you less than I would like to, and less than I should. Okay. She nods towards the other soldiers. As you can see, there's not many of us left, so the others are dead. Basically, yeah. At the beginning of December, there were 8 of us, including a previous lieutenant. We are also strangers in this land, her companion adds. What information do you have? The man leans forward, her leg shakes nervously. He sounds like a little kid asking a bird to sing one more story. Sorry. Tell a joke on the magic trick, we did what the official tells you. I expected not too much, no souls govern this land. I give them what's relevant. I tell it the soldiers little guidance picked up. Since you kept since there is too aware from Haveland, I guess this is the capital of the nation or something like that. To keep it under control, we warned that it's untamed and unknown, yeah. We know so many villagers, bandits and monsters that may be found in this unmapped hills and forests. From time to time, new people come here to look for boundless opportunities. Most of them never return. Yeah, that's good. Did they turn into walking corpses or find what they're looking for? No soul could tell me. I was asking for guidance. And basically, this is a game where it's really important with like a lot of what is it called? Like, there's a lot of talking and like a lot of things like that. It's not that much about roaming the wilderness. It's actually a really story-driven game. So this is the thing. I lost my rope. Could you spare me one? You're in luck. She has towards one of the crates and moved aside a lot of linen sack, revealing a rope. She brings it nonchalantly, sits down on the chair. I take it I was planning on leaving it behind. So basically I can take it for free, or I take it and offer some food in return. I mean, I'm not sure if it's that important to keep me that friendly with the soldiers. I just buy it. And before I can do some things, I need to ask them about the peninsula and the Roadwarden. So what should I know about the peninsula? I tell you what I know, and you be the judge, says the lieutenant. How long did it take you to get here from the city? On a decent palfrey, I guess it would be 3-4 days. When you can farm, she continues. From here you can reach the coast in about a day as long as you don't make any stops. Do you know the situation when all ships can get here? You know the sea route between the sea route allows Holland officials to keep in touch with the coastal city, collect taxes, move the soldiers, collect lumbers, deliver tools, but maintaining order on a wild coast. So this one is like filling the ocean depths with cone. Because of the rocks, you can hardly stop a ship 5 miles from the shore. And boats cannot get you much closer. That's really far away. You know, I don't know much about fishing, but there's not that many people living by the shore, and they crave to stay in touch with the city folk, and they don't. As she poses a companion castle, no solar from the north ever come to the camp, but when we travel to the roadside inn, Pellet of the north, they are happy to trade and play dice. Why not a day at one of the settlements? The man clears his throat. I mean, you know, where to go this road, the camp is opposite, and well, we turns around earlier, she lowers her voice. Don't take this the wrong way, hillbilly, but you're the vote soil. Yeah, and here I can choose which religion I can have. I'm not sure if it doesn't makes much. I haven't gotten that long into the game to know if it makes that much difference though. I can be a United Church that is basically like Christianity, I think. Like most city folk, I believe that people should unite their strengths to overcome the threats of nature and dark magic. Everyone should be judged for both good and evil deeds. I'm a part of a United Church. So I guess this is the main religion in the civilized area. For many years I supported a monastery that does its best to advance mankind's spiritual growth, artistry, herbalism, and magical research. I followed the teaching of the Order of the Truth. I'm from a small village. For me, the freedom of the shell, penema, and soul are the main virtues of life. And my community is unique and independent, and so I is member. I have a place in my fellowship. I have a strong connection to the nature spirits and follow the path of the ancestors. Some believe may be considered sinners and treasures by the city folk. You probably call me a pagan. So basically I think this can be, but I think most of the people here are the later three, like Order of Truth, the Fellowship, or Pagan. Faggy Pagan. A pagan Roadwarden, the master scratches his head without a slightest subtlety. I'm sure we can have a conversation. We are civil as people till Lieutenant clears her throat. I'm from the United Church, but I'm not a priest or anything, and definitely not a zealot. An awkward pose. The United Church has built the blood of countless of pagan tribes, making it clear that who's not with them is against them. Basically the Christian Church in like the medieval time. Your family shared gruesome stories about the atrocities committed by the priests against your ancestry. sure I'm not looking for any scalpels. The people are disquieting. Every few words she taps her paper with her finger. The tradition won't help them negotiate with officials here. She started to draw lines with her index finger. She's pointing at an invisible map. The peninsula is connected with the roads like a big circle in the northeast. You will find a weird village at the bog. It's not exactly pagan, I don't think. Even it has a priest who claims it to be an eremit. She knows and means a fellowship. They do crazy shit, their companion that ships in. They use the dead to cut down the trees and dig in the soils. Once I saw it, I begged to never return. So yeah, we got... Okay, so we know there is peaceful, necromancy, crazy religious people that wanna kill each other. This land is probably looking bad. I wouldn't, like, the Solators have probably had a tough time because of that. I do not know how the peaceful looks like, but yeah. Your tales of such at this when you were a child. If an isolated settlement managed to survive without the city's influence, its customs and traditions grow more and more alien. Every generation learns how to adapt to the dangerous conditions they have to deal with. Yeah, that's true. And the rustic pagan traditions mother their river fate. United Church often warns its members about crazy druids and necromancers and block the mage. The bringers of doom, the traitors to humankind, yeah. Any monsters worth mentioning? We see all sorts of beasts, the monsters to count on his fingers. Goblins, treants, cats large and small, runners. Runners? What the fuck is that? Howlers, wolves, spiked balls, mouflon eaters, griffins, but we managed to stay away. Yeah, I would do the same. Some of you catch up with some of them could catch up with most of the moment. To legalize as their companions, though a paraphrase should be fine. The trees are so tall that the flying creatures keep to the coast of the mountains. There are not that many humans around and the animals are busy fighting among themselves. They fight for food and they fight more for food than territory. The Solators crack his knuckles. I don't provoke them and write fight. Pass it your second on your log. Have you been able to speak with the necromancers? If you see why we're not too eager to go in there, if we could avoid it a little shockers, maybe they'd be a bit more welcoming into a Roadwarden. There is things with little to no shelters. People need your help. The man in the shirt turns a bit and points at the fingers to the northeast. If you are heading to the undead village, you get to an inn and soon. To Leonor's pellet of the north is a safe place. You can talk with the innkeeper or the guards, ask them about the road. And how about the east? Hard to tell, we went there only once. There are hills, forests, rivers. We saw tunnels scalloped in leaves and branches, but we couldn't enter it. Villages all around. Yeah. I'm not sure which thing I do. There was a Roadwarden before me and I basically asked about him. Are you a bit late for a rescue mission? We haven't heard from him for almost half a year. The Solators speak a bit between themselves trying to get the story straight. They confirm that he stopped by the camp a few times but stopped showing up all in early summer. The better started to scratch at the table with the tip of his knife without looking at you. I don't remember his voice. Anyways, busy drowning his things to take care of. He will sit somewhere, sharpen his sword and pick his load mail, clean clothes and write notes. on attacks a couple of his. Yep, and leave it down. Yeah. Sounds like you're not sure if he's dead or not. But yeah, basically, I will skip through a lot of these dialogues. There's a lot of dialogue here, and we are already up to 40 minutes. I will show you some gameplay in the first episode too. Basically, and I just recap a bit fast when I'm done. Okay, so basically I'm back now. Yeah, so the thing is that their commander lieutenant died. Shockers, am I right? This place had bandits in it, basically. That's the story about that, and they got killed trying to take over it. And the Roadwarden that was here before me, you're not sure if he's dead or alive, basically. They would guess dead because, like, he haven't been around in half a year. And they told me about an inn and gave me some tips how to talk with him and not to be too joking with him. So basically that's that, and yeah. Now they're explaining to me how to keep guard, and they have made this, like this area up here, where my camera is basically, there's some crates that you need to go up on, and that's the watchtower they adopted. So now I can see a bit of what's happening here. And there are like their screams of prey and shit like that. Runners are chasing the grey hair. A grey hair. So basically I think runners is basically a smaller version of a wolf, I would guess. And some accents and shit like that. And basically when I have had enough, I also climb down and see, let me fucking sleep basically. And I sleep in the tent because one of the girls is up there guarding, so yeah. So basically also now, yeah, at least that I have time, 40 days to be exact, I need to be as thorough as I can. And my thing I need to do is that the merchant guild wants to control this place of the realm. Because money is fucking good. So basically, it's to explore the peninsula and try to get a know-how about the resources, and it basically be like, hey merchant guild, this place is definitely worth it. Or not worth it, basically. And they want me to negotiate a trade deals and shit like that with these few settlements that exist here. Once you have finished your reconnaissance, you should speak with Tulia and return to Havland. Do you report back to the employers and get your reward, and in the meantime you have your own goal to pursue. Yeah, this was the third thing I said. You can have a thing that you focus on. And this that I need to collect some coins so I can save my siblings from a debt collector. Gather some extra coins so I can retire early and live in prosperity and safely. I need enough connections among the local leader to become a mayor player in the merchant guild, basically. So these three affairs is basically money, and then I can be remembered as a hero, as all of you brought peace and order to this realm, a hero. I just want to help people and make the region safer for the locals. I need to find a new life for myself. I have a difficult past and I want it to be forgotten. I just want to help people. Yeah. And basically no, you can sleep, you can travel during the night, because monsters is a lot on the roads at night. And there it shows I can sleep, and this night time. And basically it's telling you that I cannot do anything now. Like if I click here, nothing fucking happens. Sleeping in a tent. And I get some options. If I'm at an inn, I can sleep in different way. I can pay gold basically. But I only got like 5 gold at the beginning of the start. And I don't need to eat, so sleep. And I lose like 2 food balls for sleeping, basically. You're woken up by the sunlight and feel rested and ready. I gather my things. I notice a weird smell. No burning meat, burning rotten meat. This gas crawls into your consciousness. You exit the tent. Your horse isn't looking around nervously. Your bags are where you had left them. You see an open gate. I go outside. Basically what the Solidus is telling me is that they use the horseshoe for the flame, yeah. Is that if you don't burn the people that die, they come back, basically Witcher style. Every month that person here needs to be burned, or is gonna come back for either you or the people around trying to kill people, eat them. Like a drone or something like that from the Witcher universe. A traveler or an undead, the lava young one. So basically the death is like, yeah. The weird thing here is that the longer a person is dead and gotten back to life, and the longer they are like alive again, the stronger they become. And they call it that like, yeah, one more fog and she'd be a real threat. So basically, yeah, sooner or later, every human shell wakes up, gaining more strength until with each soul it eats, devours, and yeah, its strength it spends in the fogs. Burning the dead is not a religious practice; it's a necessity. Soldiers, priests, villagers, mayors, even Roadwardens. Making a large fire takes a lot of time, but it saves lives. Tydliga calls it undead Ashi. Most Unitas does. Most Unites hesitate to do so. I prepare myself for the only. And yeah, now it comes here. And basically the soldiers mounted the horse for me, basically. What you are getting told here too. I'm not sure if it changed if you pick the soldiers on mage. But they are closing the gate because you're too weak to be able to do it. So basically, what they are telling you, you are weak as fuck. Or they need to be to close the gate. I do not know. But if you cannot close the thing on your own, you're probably not that strong. Or you're fucked. And here comes up the key aspects. I can travel north, and when I travel, gonna come some pop-ups. Like here, even at late hour, you wouldn't expect to meet any travelers in the valley. You soon find a pack of 4-legged griffins. They are larger than foxes and measure the feathers of the birds and furred beasts. Each one is a different size, coats or colors, and their temperament are just as varied. Their fronts are covered with vivid feathers and with the rares they have dark fur. Their wings are massive and making them impressive numbers, but too heavy to fly. So this is I think you always get this encounter in the beginning. I'm not sure if it's random encounters, but here you see also that you have different options depending on your classes. here I can take to that is this thing here. Is that there is a chance that if I take any of them, it could lead to my death. It could lead for them to attack me or getting known. I take my axe and hold it a horse. If we ride fast enough, we should be fine. Or they are better safe than sorry. But because I'm a scholar, I can choose this another thing, and I can mix black powder with gladden because there goes nearby and the dry skunks swords from my bag. Once I ignite it and throw it at the griffins, they scatter. So each class get some things they can do some encounters or things like that. And because of I choose the scholars, I just throw this bag of things and it disappears and there's no threat at all for me. Basically making it easier for me. And now the road splits according to what the soldiers have told you. You may find a safe in by turning left. The forest to the right is lush and trail overgrown. Kids used to have this song, how did it go? The harsh pathway leads to the dragon's lair. So if we search for treasure, do you truly dare? And I look at my horse. Here I can choose a name for him. I'm so fucking bad at choosing names too. But I'm gonna take a Witcher inspired name and name him Roach. It's peaceful as you stroke his mane. Maybe it's help you choose a path, but you spend many years together happy on it. It takes a couple of steps forward. You spot a few berries, sharks and wild cabbage, but they still need 2 weeks to gain maternity. So I guess this is a thing. So basically I can go into archive here too. Or not. Yeah, here is shows me about information I can use. But journal, yeah, journal. A new note. Here can I do crossroad, beginning of game, berries, 2 weeks from start. Confirm. I would recommend you guys to use this. I know I cannot do anything more than travel. If I go here, I go to the inner thing according to them. Yeah, a point of connecting the deep force of the east, the western wetlands and the road to Hovland. I'm gonna explore west. But basically I notice as a stone tower and this must be the inn. And this looks like a very nice inn to be in the dumb fuck of nowhere. And here they tell me about a woman in yellow armor leans forward and is there. I haven't seen a horse for many years now. I just said that it's fair to see one such large jackass. Her voice is young and strong with an accent. And reminds you about the village present around Holland. But no jackass would ever saddle sig. She exchanged a few words with the male girl wearing a green, giving you time to move closer. Well, isn't this here says there really are donkey saddle? Say travelers, how hard is it to ride a horse? You wouldn't believe it, the lesson were pain. You get off your horse and basically just walks up there. And this is there is a lot of text in this game. So if you're not up for that, don't get this game. I think it's actually pretty worth it. In a good mood, the woman in yellow jacket smiles at you. but don't get noisy when you talk to your boss. The man never smiles. He has a wall something scalloped on his face. So basically, with the innkeep here, basically just be like, yeah, straight to point. Once you're ready, go inside and speak with your boss. Maybe you're hungry. Yeah. And here, you get your first quest too. And here you see how much hours you have before dusk. And 39 days before autumn. You're lucky to show up. Her voice is deep and soft with a city-like accent. I have a cake of decent ale, warm roast pork, mandolini, berries and cat food. It's going to spoil soon. Today maybe we don't drink. And if we don't drink here before the even, I hate to see the good stuff go to waste. Here you go, but you just know my pellet of the nurse doesn't belong to Hovlavan. You can sleep on the floor if you wish so, but if you want a better meal you have to pay. He maybe has some leftovers from dinner, but I need to check. And basically with this guy I need to be straight to the point. Both the guards at this inn told me that, and the soldiers, so I trust them. Thanks for the drink. I see you to make a friend with the Roadwarden. Well, nothing is truly free. I have worked for solo for the road, but I don't need a new mouth to babble. He speaks slowly yet audible. I value my time. You should value yours. I drink the ale. I was hoping to see someone willing to patrol the roads. Maybe you'll help me with a fun thought I have. The brigands in the woods. Basically he gives you the first quest. Our place is a stronghold, and so I'm not afraid of an open strike, but I got them more active in the last 2 years. One day they made a deal of force, and I have no doubt the reason why merchants come here only once having bandits around gets expensive. Yeah, basically it does. And now he's basically telling me to go to the Holer's Den, that is not west of here, and talk to the mayor, trying to get her to help him get rid of the bandits. I heard rumors about raids in the north. Iglesia is ready to break the truce with the locals and willing to join forces with them to get rid of her band. Not too difficult, right? Use it. Do it when you have the chance. A couple of days won't make much of a difference. I pay you 2 coins to get back with the news. Fine. 2 coins. 3. 2 equals okay. I'm basically here. I can get there is a lot of things. I can ask about the previous Roadwarden as it there. I'm on it. And rumors were saying he crosses his arm, so I don't like to talk with people we ain't nearby. Show me first that is someone was changing habit for. Basically with this game, some games you have an easy time in the beginning. You basically talk to them and they just open up. Yeah, you're the newcomer. You need to earn their trust. You need to do stuff for them before they even think about giving you rumors, information or anything like that. Some people are different about that, so yeah. And I can ask more about the peninsula here, and these guys actually have more information. He basically calls this the hunting ground, which basically is that he lived here for 10 years. So this guy is actually the guy that actually gives you pretty reliable information, I would say. Like, he's one of those guys that actually helps you out about information. I'm sure you have it a lot already. The people that don't build hamlets anymore, there are no more epics from the south. And traders are only for a few days. All iron is used for cauldrons, not swords or tools. What is in the west? There are hills nearby. Maybe an hour away from here, it was destroyed by beasts almost a decade ago. Nothing to see there. The goblins live there now. So most people don't travel around it, but they say it's haunted, but who knows, who cares. You get a large tree on the edge of the swamp. For locals it's sacred. There's a small path south which leads to an old mine in the mountains. Nothing to find there, but keep riding north and you find a hole of den set at a clean brook. Farmers live there and the morphlons and druids. They let you use a day for the night, but they are not cheap. If anyone thinks that my prices are bad, it means that they haven't been to Ape Ale in yet. And only a bit about the next settlement, Alpagas. Their soil there aren't too fertile, so they work in the cavalry and help the settlement build things in exchange for crops. The forest until aren't too harsh, but the seekers have a small monster nearby in the mountains. I don't care much about them. They do keep to themselves and don't pay well. The third village is unknown to me, White Marshes. Set at the box, I heard it smells like a griffin's lair. I heard a lot about the nasty rumors about the place, but I won't share them. I don't want to be a lie spreader. So 3 villages really. Hollows and the monsters and whatever is called, and marshes. Don't let the beds and palisades fool you, though where people live there, don't tell them more than you need to. Have you ever been to the north-eastern routes? I only know there's another inn is far from here, maybe a day on foot, a bit less from the eastern side. I've never been there, but I heard it's a safer place closer to villagers, officials and hunters, so I don't know much about them. And the east is roads. Pretty much you don't leave the main roads, I say, not so far from there you find an old dolmen. A few of my people had to spend the night there. Monkeys stole food and girls from their bags. It was their fault. One of them had fallen asleep in the middle of his watch, but you know, the east forest are wild and the roads are tough. No souls live there. One day the roads will be swallowed by trees again. The farthest my team have ever gone was at the home of the Enchantress. You sit there on track until you reach the crossroad, right near an abandoned watchtower. From there turn east, you recognize that the place is a nice home in a lowly meadow surrounded by a wall. Kind of like our walls, but simpler, without coating. She lives as a hermit, a Eudosia. I don't even know how she survived there, but you don't have it. But if you don't have decent cone, you don't find much there. So back to the crossroad, if you turn left instead you see a road pretty much there away from it. It connects the tower and the monastery, a shortcut between the two sides of the peninsula. Was run by the locals, not to use it, it already belongs to the beast. So basically, yeah. I wonder if does a conversation take time for me too? I need to check this. I'm looking faster there in the previous Roadwarden. Oh yeah, and by the way, the guys at the camps, the guards, not guards, but soldiers. They said that if I found out about the previous Roadwarden, I can get some of his stuff. Basically. Oh, I don't think I'm going to be much of help. He arrested his elbow to the table, but if we want to find him, so when asked about his intention, he measures his words. Alltså then I made a risky deal, well, a very promising one. Last time he was here, he took 50 coins, my half of the investment. If you get my coin or at least find out what happened to my guy, I'll make sure you won't be disappointed after bringing me the news. I do think Acetone ain't the kind of soul that would do such a thing. For him it wasn't much of a fortune and a risk saying he could have it earn my trust. Not only mine, It's easy for Roadwarden to make connection. He always have places to talk and things to take care of. If I ask travelers, I send a couple of my pals to find him. No real news. I could have I know he said they'd invite March for day and he was meant to do something for the people there. It's a village in the northwest. Just a day on the main road until you reach the box and you end it and you may get there before the dusk. So let me know once you find anything and you may get returned to this whole investment thing. So basically, the Roadwarden is gone. He took a lot of money from this guy. And basically also, people here don't tell you much. I can go to the well. And I can do things there, but I don't have the stuff to actually do things. Wait, I would eat something. Do you have any leftovers? Yes, I feed them to a bar. I won't give them away for nothing. He tells you to wait. Go through the gate and turn left. Do you see a bunch of bushes? You need some berries. Bring me a bucket full. You'll be done in half an hour. Also, your horse could use a nap anyway. And I prepare some field for you. I reached for the tools for half an hour. That's like quite a lot for picking. So basically I can get some free work for some time here. The berries is not the problem. Unlike the snakes, better scare them away with a stick and move them with a hawk and protect you, and the little ones won't eat you, but they don't get bitten. I'm sure you know how to be patient. Fine, I go right away. But basically, this is the first episode of this game. Is probably going to be a pretty long one. But the deal is a pretty good game. I would recommend you guys to look it up and say what you say. I'm probably not going to do a second episode about this. This is just like a bit of looking through. So yeah, you guys can tell me what you think about it, and maybe I'll do another episode. But yeah, if you like this episode, feel free to like and subscribe.